You're listening to Radio Stories, real Reddit tales for real working people. On break, in the truck, or stuck at your desk. We've got you. Now on to the story.
I, 31F, found out a week ago that my husband, 33M, has been cheating on me for nearly a year, with his male best friend. I don't even know how to process this. We've been married for 6 years, together for nearly a decade, and he's been carrying on a full-blown affair behind my back, with someone I considered part of our life. His best friend, Kyle, fake name, was always around. I thought it was just one of those close guy friendships. They gamed together, took weekend trips, stayed up late talking. I never thought anything of it. I trusted him. I never even thought to question it. But lately, things started shifting. He became distant. Stopped touching me. Guarded his phone like his life depended on it. Said Kyle was going through a tough breakup and needed him, so he stayed out late constantly. I actually felt bad for thinking something might be wrong. Then I borrowed his iPad last week, and that's when everything shattered. A message popped up from Kyle. One he clearly forgot to delete or log out of. It wasn't just a text, it was explicit. Sexual. Personal. Followed by a whole string of saved photos, videos, and messages that painted a picture I never asked to see. They've been doing this for over a year. Lying to me. Sneaking around. And worst of all, he let it happen in our house. In our bed. While I was away visiting my family. And here's the thing, I had no idea he was even bisexual. Not once in 10 years did he even hint at it. I feel sick just thinking about it. I don't care if this sounds harsh, but I didn't sign up for this. I didn't marry a man who wasn't sure who he was. He says he's confused, that it just happened, and that he loves us both. What does that even mean? How do you just accidentally start sleeping with your best friend for a year? I feel completely humiliated. Like a placeholder. A cover. A lie. I look back at everything now and wonder how much of it was even real. I can't help but feel like I was used. As some kind of safety net while he explored something he couldn't even be honest with me about. I don't know what to do. I'm not okay. I'm angry. I'm disgusted. I feel like my life just imploded and no one's going to understand how complicated and messed up this really is. Has anyone been through something even remotely close to this? And now for the comments. I am so sorry you're going through this. You didn't just get cheated on, you got lied to on every level. The emotional betrayal, the sexual deception, the gaslighting, it's all next level. You're not wrong for being angry that he hid his sexuality. You were his wife, and you deserve the truth. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for being upset. OP's response. Thank you. Seriously. I keep going back and forth between being angry and just numb. I feel like I've been living with a stranger. And yeah, thank you for saying that about his sexuality. Everyone keeps focusing on that part, but the real betrayal was the lies. Next response from commenters. As someone who went through something similar, it doesn't get better until you stop trying to make sense of their confusion. My ex-husband came out as gay after cheating on me with a coworker. Said he loved me in a different way. Translation, I was convenient. You are allowed to walk away. And honestly? You should. OP's response. I'm so sorry you went through something like this too. I wouldn't wish this kind of confusion and pain on anyone. I honestly feel like I was just filling a role in his life, like I was the safe option while he figured himself out on the side. That's what hurts the most. Final response from commenters. People in the comments will try to downplay this like it's just confusion. No. This is betrayal. He made choice after choice to lie, to hide, and to cheat, with someone you trusted too. That's not confusion. That's cowardice. Protect your peace and talk to a lawyer. OP's response. Yes. This is exactly how I feel. This wasn't a one-time mistake. This was a whole operation. Lies on top of lies. Late nights. Deleted messages. They even made up fake excuses to get time alone. That's not confusion. That's intention.
If you're into these stories, give it a like, drop a comment if something hits home, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Let's get into it.
Update, my husband cheated on me with his male best friend. I found out. Now I'm done playing nice. Well. A lot has happened in 2 weeks. Buckle up. First, thank you to everyone who commented and messaged me on my original post. I read every single response, even the ones that were hard to hear. The support and even the tough love honestly helped shake me out of the emotional fog I was drowning in. Now for the spicy part. After I confronted him, he kept crying, saying he was confused and didn't mean to hurt me. But let me be crystal clear, this man was not confused when he snuck around behind my back for over a year. He wasn't confused when he had sex with Kyle in our house, in our bed, while I was visiting my mom. He wasn't confused when he deleted messages, changed his passwords, or when he smiled at me like nothing was wrong. That's not confusion. That's a full-time performance. So I stopped playing my role in his little drama. I kicked him out. Packed his things into black garbage bags, dropped them off at Kyle's place, and didn't say a word. Just texted, "Your trash belongs with you now." Then I took our wedding photos, lit them up on the grill, yes, literally, poured myself a drink, and invited my closest girls over for a freedom bonfire. Guess who just found out I've been the primary earner for 3 years, and that he was living off my credit and my stability while he played house with Kyle? I froze our joint account so fast it probably gave him whiplash. Enjoy your confusion without my money, babe. Also, I booked a lawyer. Papers are being filed this week. No, we're not doing this quietly. I have receipts, screenshots, and rage. He will not get to walk away from this as the poor, conflicted guy. To anyone reading this who's been cheated on, lied to, manipulated, or made to feel like they were crazy for sensing the truth, listen to your gut. And don't let anyone guilt you into being graceful while you're being burned alive. Update 2, my husband cheated on me with his best friend. Turns out he's been way more of a freak than I ever knew, and now I need to get tested. Also, I'm dating again. So, remember when I thought it couldn't get worse? Plot twist, it absolutely could. After kicking him out and filing for divorce, I thought I was finally free of the mess. But last weekend, one of his old friends, bless this petty angel, messaged me on Instagram and said, "You deserve to know the full story." Guess what I found out? My confused husband wasn't just sleeping with Kyle. Nope. Turns out he had a whole hidden second life online. We're talking hookup apps, anonymous hotel meetups, and a private Twitter account full of explicit content, starring him. He was living out some kind of gay fantasy life in secret, like some sleazy low-budget movie character. And the worst part? He never once used protection. Not with them. Not with me. 4 months. So yeah. Guess who had to go get a full panel STD test this week because her husband of 6 years was out raw-dogging strangers behind her back? I'm livid. Disgusted. And honestly, I'm grieving the version of my life I thought was real. But I'm also not sitting in the ashes. I re-downloaded Tinder. Not for revenge, not for validation, but because I refuse to let him be the one who decides how my story ends. Met a guy who's actually emotionally available, funny, and most importantly, honest. We've been out a few times. It's casual, but damn, it feels good to be desired again by someone who isn't hiding an entire closet behind him. To anyone still wondering if they should check their partner's phone, check it. To anyone wondering if the off feeling is real, it is. And now for the comments. A private Twitter. Hookups. Hotel rooms. The level of effort it takes to hide a double life like that, that's not a confused man. That's a manipulative one. I get it, sexuality is complex, but this isn't about him being gay or bi. This is about him being selfish and reckless. He let you play wife while he treated your marriage like a stage costume. I'm angry for you. OP's response. You nailed it. Confusion doesn't involve maintaining a secret digital life for years and exposing your wife to STDs without a second thought. He chose to keep lying. Over and over. Even when I asked what was going on, he acted like I was paranoid. I think what hurts the most is that I truly thought we were best friends. I thought I knew him. But he was just playing a role, and I was the audience. Next response from commenters. I'm so sorry you had to go through STD testing on top of the emotional pain. That's the kind of betrayal that lingers physically and mentally. It's not just cheating, it's endangering someone's health. I hope your results came back clean, and I hope he faces real consequences for what he did. OP's response. Thank you. I can't even describe how terrifying it was to walk into that clinic, trying not to cry in front of strangers while silently hoping I wasn't about to have my whole world flipped again. The results came back clean, thankfully. But the trust? Gone. The body I lived in while loving him now feels tainted. That's the kind of wound I don't think people understand unless they've been through it. Final response from commenters. This whole saga has made me question my own marriage. I hate that I feel paranoid, but the way you describe the subtle changes, the secrecy, the coldness, the weird vibes, it's exactly how my husband has been acting lately. I'm so sorry you went through this, but your post might have just saved me from being blindsided. Thank you for being real. OP's response. Listen to that voice in your gut. I ignored mine for months because I didn't want to seem insecure or controlling. But I wasn't either of those things, I was being lied to. I hope nothing's going on in your case, but if there is, you deserve to know. Not to react with drama, but to protect your peace. Don't let anyone make you feel crazy for asking questions. You're not crazy. You're intuitive. There's a difference.
Thanks for listening. If this story stuck with you, leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Until next time.